Man, look at those gold Gambler mats glistening in the sunlight in that swash box. Man, I need to set up a OnlyFans page just for prospecting equipment. Sexy. If you're not from the Northeast, next time you're in the gym, pick out the 80 pound dumbbell, 100 pound dumbbell, or if you're in your basement, find something that weighs about 80, 100 pounds. And for the next 5 or 6 hours, pick it up and throw it down. Pick it up, throw it down. And then you get a grasp of what it feels like to move these rocks. Welcome back. And welcome to a little bit of northern New Hampshire. I'm here to get some gold from one of my secret spots that I've found over the years. That actually, the gold's a little small, but there's quite a bit here. The only issue I'm seeing, though, is we've been getting a lot of rain down south, which has actually brought the rivers up and flooding them. But here, it must have missed it, because this is as low as I've seen it in a long time. Luckily, I got my both gold Gambler Hybrid Sluices that I've created this year, and I can run pumps. And just for you know, to let people know, you can run pumped equipment under 5 horsepower in New Hampshire with a permit, and I do have a permit, so I'm always legal when I do this stuff. But New Hampshire's pretty open with this stuff. It's easy permit to get online. But normally the water's higher and I'm up here, and I think that's where I dug last time, right along the edges. But I need to go closer to the water, so I think I'm going to try to dig right here. And it's hard to see. These trees are new that just fell down. This is a long straightaway, and right where that tree is and right where those rocks are right here, it opens up and then it closes right back down. So this whole area is technically, because it widened, is a low pressure zone. So gold, year after year, just keeps dropping all the way down here. I've gotten gold, I think, right from here all the way up to those rocks, or just before. I've never gone up further. I did come here early in the spring when this was flooding, which I recommend people do. If there's a river you like, go to it when it floods. Because right now, I don't really know where the low pressure, this is a low pressure zone, but where the best spots would be to dig. But when I had video and pictures of the river, I learned that what I thought was a inside bend started here. It actually starts almost up to those trees up there. And so that means that there could be gold all the way up to that point. So I am still only one person, but I brought both of my sluices out here. I got the 6-inch down here, the 6-inch wide, which is longer, and then I got the 9-inch, which is shorter. But I just did a video comparing the two, and with all the testing I've done, they both just capture 100%. So it doesn't matter which one I run. The only deal with that one is it's 1,100 gallon pump per hour. This is a 750, so that needs more batteries and it needs a little more water, so I'm in a little deeper pocket out there. But the plan is I'm going to run an hour here. I'm thinking right where these rocks are piled. Unfortunately, these are the rocks that I moved from in there, so now I'm going to move them twice. But it is piling material up here. And then I'm going to run an hour up there and do a double clean out and see which area has more gold. Hopefully one of these sluices shows more results. If it's up there, I'll continue further up and move the other sluice up with it. If it's down here more, I'll bring this one down and continue on. But let me get set up. Now that I got the game plan going. I will say too, on a video I did a couple videos ago, I made the comment, from now on I'm going to start printing stuff out of rubber. I have my rubberized swash box, so I can never break this thing. Can't see that it actually twists. Last 2 videos ago, I ended up cracking one of these legs. This is actually out of ABS. I could have glued it, could have printed another one, but instead I printed out this with this new filament I'm trying. For the people in the 3D printing world, it's TPU 72D. As far as I know, it's the hardest rubber you can buy. It acts like a nylon. So, as long as I design my parts right, I wouldn't want to use this hardness for a mat, because I need a mat to be able to flex, but it's rigid enough. Can't do this one-handed. But you can see it's rubber. It's not going to break. I kept it simple. 2 parts that come together with a hole, and I just threw a little flathead screw. So because this goes underneath the sluice, that screw cannot come out. But if I need to take it apart, slide it off and pull that screw out. But because this is rubber, it's never going to break. So again, I'm going to try to do 99% of the stuff I design and make is going to start being out of rubber. So now the weakest link is the aluminum, and I've seen people break these sluices, tripping and falling and bending them. But now that's the weakest link. The 3D printer parts are the strongest parts. So let me get set up. I need to run some material and then figure out my day. Am I going further up here or am I staying right here? So let's get to it. All right, I ran maybe 10, 12 gallons in there. This stuff is like breaking through concrete. It's exhausting. And I didn't realize there's going to be like 80% humidity today. I am just dripping in sweat. But I want to stop there. I'm going to leave the material in there for now. And I'm going to start running the 9-inch right where that shovel is. I'm going to run that material. But can I just say, man, look at those gold Gambler mats glistening in the sunlight in that swash box. Man, I need to set up a OnlyFans page just for prospecting equipment. Sexy. So let me run some of this material about the same, and then I'll compare notes and see if I'm wasting time here and I need to move up or vice versa. So let's do this. It is getting hot out here. Quite the workout, but I was able to run, I'm guessing the same material. I'm actually, a lot of this was light sand, so I might have hit some tailings from last time, but then I was able to move these big bastards of a rock. And then I got about a foot or two down, and I started getting some clay. I'm going to pan this separate to see if there's gold in it, but man, that's really thick. So I'm going to pull that out, clean the mats, and then I'll pull that one out. Even if this one doesn't look good, because I just hit the clay toward the end, I want to go a little further. But I'm really curious to see which one's holding more gold. So let me pan the results. There's a lot more in here. I'm going to do just some quick speed pans to get an idea, but then I'm going to run it all through the gold box at the end of the day. My fingers are wet. I guess that's not bad. There's definitely more mixed in here. I just did a quick speed pan. Stuff isn't horrible to pan, but it's a little slow. But yeah, not too bad for about 10 gallons. So let's see what's in the other sluice. Bit of a glare, I don't know if you can see that. Maybe 3, 4, 5 little micro specks. Yeah, actually maybe 6, 7. They're super tiny. I was not expecting that. That kind of sucked compared to, I mean, those are definitely a lot bigger. So, even though I said I was going to stay or try to keep going, that shows that there's just not much here. And it felt really light, like sandy, or I gotta try to come more this way. So what I think I'm gonna do, since I'm over there for the next couple hours, I'll just run some more material down there, and then maybe I don't know, maybe I'll run this, or otherwise I might just bring both sluices over and just double feed. That way I don't have to worry about clogging them. But honestly, there's probably a minute or so for each shovel just to get down deep enough to get the material and you know, get it in them thing, and then another minute, so that those sluices have plenty of time to work out any material. And that piece of clay, I busted that up and panned it first, and there was absolutely nothing in there, which I am so glad. I have yet to find any gold in the clay here, thank God, because that would just be a long day. So let me get back to it. I came here for some gold. I need to leave with some good gold, so let's start digging. And just like that, the day's over. I think it's like 3:34. I've been up since 3 o'clock. 2-hour drive to get up here. And I decided to take a little detour and hike a small mountain this morning for a sunrise. If you're in the area, Bristol, New Hampshire, Inspirational Point. I didn't think it was going to be good because it was cloudy, but I was early enough. I'm like, yeah, I'll just go for it. And I'll put up a clip just to see what I saw. Pretty impressive, huh? It's a church owns that top of that mountain. Whether you're religious or not, doesn't matter. The view up there for a sunrise is just next level. Not a super long hike, but it does have some steepness. But man, does that amp you up for a great day on the river. The humidity killed me a little, but I kept going. I'm going to estimate I dug about 60 gallons or so from all these spots, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're in the Northeast, these rivers, I mean, look at it. We got a chunk of concrete right there that washed down. There used to be a mill here. And the rest of it's just garnet. And, you know, you got to remember there was glaciers that went through here that were a mile high just packing this stuff down. So if you're not from the Northeast, next time you're in the gym, pick out the 80 pound dumbbell, 100 pound dumbbell, or if you're in your basement, find something that weighs about 80, 100 pounds. And for the next 5 or 6 hours, pick it up and throw it down. Pick it up, throw it down. And then you get a grasp of what it feels like to move these rocks and just have to shovel through. And I swear, I bet we buy more shovels than anywhere else in the country. I almost snapped that one today, and that's pretty rugged. But I know, shut up, just show the gold. That's why I'm watching the video, right? But for 60 gallons-ish, 50, 60, here's my total. Not too bad. A lot of it's flood gold. I like that I'm seeing a ton of fines in here. That means I wasn't overfeeding it. And yeah, pretty good results, huh? So not too bad. I mean, I didn't move as much material as I wanted, but not too bad. So I am going to pack up. I'm done for the day. This was great. If you've been watching, I've been, you know, trying to develop a gold pan. I'm trying to redesign my stuff so it can be printed out of rubber, which I am loving right now. The more I do that, it's definitely the way to go. I got other inventions I'm working on, plus all kinds of other stuff. So to just be able to take some time, a whole day, and just spend it on the river here. I mean, even though the water's super low, just listen to this little trickle. Almost put me to sleep a few times. So this was a great day. Like I said, I'm picking up. Actually, while I'm thinking of it, not really a rant.
You know what really grinds my gears? People in the 19th century. Why don't they get with the freaking program? It's called an automobile, folks. It's much faster than a horse. Oh. Well, it appears I've been fired.
But one thing I want to show, I watch other videos and stuff. I see people using pumps. But I also see them using DeWalt batteries, Milwaukee batteries. Those things are $100. These batteries, and they're only like a 4 or 5 amp battery. I get if you're doing home improvements, you already have those on hands. But when you have to buy those, a lot of people think they got to buy those, a speed controller, all this other garbage. These are $44. They're waterproof, 12 amp hour. I got them off Amazon if you want to see the name. It doesn't have to be this brand. These are super rugged. Like I said, 3 pounds. One of those batteries, that 9-inch sluice, I can run all day long on that battery. This 6-inch, I can go about a day and a half, sometimes 2 days. So if I was just to run this sluice by itself with these 2 batteries, I could go for 3 to 4 days. On this, the charger was $20. So for about the same price as a DeWalt battery, that's not even close to 12 amp hour, I have these batteries, 2 batteries and a charger that I can run for 3 or 4 days. I see a lot of people thinking that they got to spend all this money to go out prospecting. It's too expensive. It's only expensive if you make it. I've literally seen people pan in one area get more gold than someone 100 feet up running a high banker just because they picked a better spot with a $30 pan. So don't think you got to spend more. Things are expensive right now. Any way you can save money, use that for gas, food, and lodging to get to the gold. So just a little rant. I see a lot of videos with the speed controllers, which I hate. I despise those things. I have one, but I'll only use it at home. You'll never see that on the river. If the equipment isn't designed right or the battery's not designed to run 12 volts, just don't even bother. That's the way I look at it. But there's enough of that rant. I just happen to think of it when I'm picking up and putting these 3-pound batteries that just ran all day, and I don't even have to charge them. I could run all day tomorrow. So just keep it real. There's only so much gold. Don't go broke trying to get it. It's keep it fun, But I'm going to conclude. I got to pack up. I got a 2-hour ride home. Like I said, I needed this. This was great. I got a nice hike in this morning with an awesome sunrise. I feel great. I'm ready to get back on that computer and start making new stuff and edit this video. So I will hopefully see you again soon. Yeah, so just try to get out and enjoy the nice weather, even with the low water. And maybe invest in some equipment that runs pumps. I tell you, I love that thing. I am so glad I invented these things this year. I love my gold box, but these high bankers, these hybrid high bankers, I'm calling them. It's just so much fun to run. So I will see you later. Bye.